Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time to read on the road of Umineko. Yeah, the story is ramping up, so I wonder what's going to happen next. But before we start, I wanted to tell you that I thought I will be able to pre-record more videos, but there was like there was like some unexpected events on the weekend that took a lot of time, and I think we'll have less videos in next week. I don't know if only next week, or maybe more, or maybe longer. I will try to record videos, but that might be hard. So, I don't know. I don't think I will be able to put videos every day. So just have that in mind, okay? Yeah. I guess that's the information part, and I will go with last where we ended? January 27. That was 5, really? Okay. Okay. I have a feeling like RTX voice reduction is messing up my microphone, so I will try to record this with a little bit different settings, still with the RTX noise reduction, but I think I made my microphone a bit louder. It's going to the red scale, so I think this is bad as well, but it really shouldn't go to the red scale. Anyway, I hope this will record okay, because when I was like trying to record some testing, then that was fine, but well, in the long run, we'll have to see. So sorry for any inconvenience. So, let's go and see what's in the shed then. By the time the kids made it outside, the adults were no longer in sight. But Jessica seems to have a pretty good idea where they're gone, judging by the direction they've been running. Following Jessica, we ran through the rain-soaked rose garden. The wind seems to suddenly get stronger. The malicious sound of thunder began to ring out like it had the previous night. It felt like an eerie something had surrounded the island and was trying to stop us from moving forward.
Jessica, この先には何があるんだ?
確か園芸道具なんかの倉庫があったはずだぜ。
そんなところに一体何があるんだろうね。
Just as Jessica had said, they began to see a storehouse in front of them. They could also see the adults there. The shutter to the storehouse was open. Several adults looked as thought they were searching for something. For some reason, only Natsuki was outside the storehouse. Without even holding an umbrella, she looked like she was hanging her head and her back was facing them. I think they found bodies. So they're literally sacrifices. Like literally. Maybe. There was Genji, Nanjo and Natsuki, who had just left the mansion. The ones who left earlier, Kanon, Eva and Hideo, were also there, making for a small crowd of people. But there was absolutely no bustle of activity. When Natsuki realized that the children were approaching, a terrible expression rose to her face, and she ran at them with her arms spread wide. Damn. But despite that, no. Because of that, the kids saw the scene Natsuki was trying to keep away from. Okay, and... Okay, this is pretty normal so far. Inside the storehouse, with its shutter wide open, a faint fluorescent light shone down. And right there was... Oh my god, they are all dead, aren't they? And the music changed. God damn it, why I'm recording this after, like, you know, Sound of Drop. I just finished the most creepy and disgusting episode in Sound of Drop recently, and now we have like dead bodies that maybe are messed up or something. God damn it. Jessica's piercing shriek rang out. But that was just because Jessica's scream was the loudest. The same thing spilled out of Butler and George's mouths as well. Eva spread her arms just like Natsuki, roaring at the kids with a bone-chilling expression on her face.
Georgie,
when Natsuki spread her arms, I thought she was trying to prevent us from advancing any further. But that wasn't why Eva was spreading her arms right now. She was trying to stop us kids from seeing that terrible scene. It was her mother heart trying to protect the eyes and hearts of us children by blocking our view of that terrible scene by at least the width to one of her arms. I have so much chills today. Okay, they actually lying in the pools of blood. Holy shit. I've seen this kind of cheap scene all too often. In manga, TV, anime and the movies. I'd seen it over and over again. It was just seeing something appear in real life that I would seen plenty of times before in some of those more sensational movies, right? That alone shouldn't... Haha. that suit. That's old bastard, isn't it? I get it. Then that's Uncle Kraus and Kirie-san and Aunt Rosa. Another visual novel. Another disturbing death. Wow! I chose such a good moment to record these two episodes. God damn it! Rigor mortis has set across almost the entire body. Let me just Google it really fast, okay? Because I don't really think... What is this? Give me a second. Rigor mortis. What do you mean? Is it like medical stuff? Oh, it's like death stiffness. So basically they are dead for a while. Yeah, that would be true. Since last night. No. Yeah, like half of night probably, because they died in the... No. Yeah, sometime over 12, maybe. Yeah, like 6 hours, because this morning. Wait, what? That's even more fucked up. And how they died? And why they get wounds after? I wonder how severe are the wounds.
悪魔や悪魔の所業や
Natsuki got Jessica in her arms, and Aunt Eva got George and Ikki. So I was the only one who could approach the entrance to the storehouse. If only there had been someone there to catch me too. I wouldn't have needed to have this horrible Evin scene burned into my eyes. What the fuck happened to corpses? Is it more disgusting than Shizuku no Oto from last episode? No, that's not it. It isn't that there is no one to catch me. The people who should catch me, they are right there, aren't they? Oh my fucking god, yeah, it's like he just lost both parents. Maria lost her only parent. Yeah, now I thought about Maria and I remember what you told me in the comments before, like I should check the character's description and why she have character like that, because there are hints. I assume that her father was dead, I don't remember. But that's not time for this. This is fucking terrible. Just as Jessica said, it did look like a storehouse for gardening tools. A lawnmower with extra blades, a grass sickle and a hammer. Are there stick inside, like in them? Some carpentry tools, such as a saw, picked up potted plants and bags of fertilizer, and treated just as the same. The corpses of several people had been laid to rest there. No, had been tossed in there. I could tell them by their clothes. That old bastard and Kiryu-san, Uncle Kraus and Aunt Rosa. Beyond that, Goda-san and Shannon. Are there more of them? How many people died? You're fucking kidding me. Yeah, but what the fuck? I can't even count them on one hand. Damn it! I don't know whenever it had been one of those gardening tools, which if used for something other than their intended purpose, could definitely be wielded with a naked brutality. Whenever some horrible tool had been brought in here specifically for this. Anyway. Each one of the bodies jumped in here had been given an atrocious makeup. Is this story? I'm sorry you're like headphones if you have headphones and I'm too loud. Yeah. It wasn't makeup. It was more like they have like face peeled off maybe or something. Their faces have been plowed. Doesn't mean it's peeled off. Let me Google it. Maybe I'm making mistake. I don't know this word. Plowed. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to imagine how the face would look like with that. Oh. Oh. Their faces were smashed, forced into expression that normal people couldn't even make after death. I couldn't tell where the eyes or the noses were, but I could find their mouths, because they were gaping wide, their gums exposed. But their front teeth were missing, and even the cheeks that should have covered all this were all torn up and laid bare. That trendy makeup you always spend so much time on, even though you are a man, isn't doing a thing now. I don't know. Maybe I should make this episode shorter? He finally called him dad. God damn it. This is like fucked up. Okay.
バトラさん、これ以上見てはいかん。こんな姿をお父さんもお母さんもあんたに見せたいわけがない。お父さんとお母さんのためにもこれ以上見てはいかん。死者ってのは安らかに眠る顔ってやつを拝ませてくれるんじゃねえのかよ。
Yeah.
顔がねえんだよ。俺の親父とキリエさんの顔がねえんだよ。
Okay.
どういう顔して死んじまったのか、それすらもわかんねえんだよ。なんだよ俺は。親父たちのことを思い出すときはこのくちゃくちゃの化け物みてえな顔をいつも思い出せたのかよ。
Oh my god. When I think about this, that's fucked up future. This is horrible. You will need like mental help after this, like every single one of them. Like, what the fuck is this trauma? Is he going crazy now? Yeah, he's in like deny. Okay. Fuck. Jessica filled her ears with the sound of her own screaming, trying to shut out my reckless words. Disregarding age and appearance, I fell into my knees, clinging to Aniki's waist and sobbing. It was as if I was crying on behalf of everyone there. Representing the feeling of everyone there, I screamed over and over. I can't imagine Maria's reaction. Oh my god. So basically, in both visual novels I'm recording right now, I got in the, place in time Not everything is going to be more and more fucked up. That's kinda amazing. Yeah. Maybe I'm going crazy. Like them.
倒れているのはクラウスおじさん、ルドルフおじさん、キリエおばさんにローザおばさん、ゴーダさんで5人。
And you're missing Shannon.
いや6人や
Yeah.
ここに
Oh no! No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your like ears. I just realized. George and Shannon. Oh my. Oh no. No. Oh, fuck this. Sorry, I'm back. I had to lie for a second. Lie down. Shannon death might be the most fucked up one, because this is from very recent feelings that were growing over and over time, and they had hope for future, and this hope is just shattered. I think the Shannon death is like the most impactful here. Let me know if you think the same or you feel the other way. For me, Shannon death is the most impactful one there. Poor George.
もう一人おる
The body Hideyoshi was looking down on now happened to be hidden among the shadows in that mountain range of objects. In the blind spot to George, who stood by the entrance. So George couldn't tell whose body it was. So George cursed himself. He cursed the fact that his worst guesses always turned out to be right.
じゃあお父さんの足元に倒れているのはシャノンなんだね。
シャノンちゃんや
We had sound. I heard the sound. Something changed. Oh my god. This is... Oh. Half of face. Okay. Half of face. Let's see what... corpse. Unknown. Head was smashed after death. Yeah. This is the beginning of everything. Rose Garden Soil House. He has a right to lament his ill fortune. She was chosen by the demon roulette. That's all there is to it. I will get to see her again, so I don't feel lonely. Don't worry, everyone will be revived in the Golden Land. How unfortunate. Apparently he was originally supposed to be on duty in the guest house. Yeah. In the Golden Land. You who seek the Golden Land. So Golden Land is where the gold is. So we can assume that the choice of reviving people, all dead souls. So we can guess this is literally signs they actually died as sacrifices. Then we can assume that we can resurrect them. But that means they can't have gold. Oh no! No! Wait! No! Aren't these countering each other somehow? Resurrection of all dead souls, but one shall be the resurrection of the love that was lost. Oh no! Does it mean that we have like... We'll be able to resurrect everyone, but it doesn't include somehow Shannon. And maybe we'll have fight with George over like resurrection of Shannon. Maybe that's what it includes. Love that was lost. And one shall be to put the wish to sleep for all the time. Oh my fucking god. Okay, now when I think about this, these are fucking terrible choices if you can take one. This is bad as fuck and it's going to be horrible. I'm kinda shaking here. Oh my fucking god. Did anything changed here? Let's go with this one. Because I'm in this many anyway, so... You can shake. She's very interesting in things concerning the occult and black magic. Yeah, so it was Maria, not Shannon, that I thought like had the book. Knows all kinds of obscure trivia. And they don't know the father. Okay. But maybe this fucked her up, kinda. But this is fucked up, and these little sentences are interesting. They actually mean something. I assume this could be a sentence that... No! Wait, Maria can die. I will get to see her... Oh no, it can be sentence like from Rosa herself. Like, you know, sooner or later, after like Maria gets adult, old and die, then they will be together again. On the other hand, this can be sentence made by Maria. So we can assume that Maria will die too. This is... Oh my god. I don't know if I should continue. I don't want you, Golda. This is most fucked up. Oh, I don't know if I can continue. I probably should, because we are still in the scene in the safe house. Let's go. I mean, no, not safe house. God damn it. Storehouse. and we have sad music now. And I have chills again. George fell completely silent. Oh, George is crying. I have tears too. He shook slightly, his lower lip trembling. Normally, he would have wanted to run to his beloved body, screaming and crying. However, before rushing forward, he worked to keep his composure and asked his father. He probably won't go to her. He don't want to remember, like, her face being smart. He want to remember her like as she was. Hideyoshi deeply understood the meaning of those words, so he couldn't give George an immediate answer. Maybe he will tell him that, yeah, it's not the same. It's like her usual herself, you know? Just don't go here. Or rather, he felt that the silence was the only sincere and loving response he could give George right now. Yeah, or like that. When George asked if Shannon was the same, he meant to ask whenever her corpse was in the same condition as the others or not. Since Hideyoshi hadn't denied it, it meant her corpse was in the same brutal state. Oh, you're going to look at her anyway. Maybe that's the right thing to do. I mean, I can't blame him. This might be like the last chance he have to actually hold her. This is fucked up. Maybe you shouldn't have to see like her face right now. Yeah, this is very fresh memory. Just remember her like that. Will you take a ring as a memento? Happy face. She wanted a good life with him. She was so close to getting away from being, you know, out of being furniture. Yeah. I'm sorry. After he handed her the ring, she hesitated, even though she must have already made up her mind. Then she looked bashful and ran away because she was embarrassing to let him see her face looking like that. Fucking onion ninjas. That's the expression that was relieved in George's mind. That's true. Hideyoshi looked down upon Shannon's body lying at his feet. Just like the other bodies, it was in such horrible state that I would make anyone want to cover their eyes. Her head had been smashed in from the side, and no more than half of her expression remained. In the remaining, blood-soaked half of her expression had been wiped clean. Would that grateful smile of hers have peeked out? But only half of it. Without thinking, Hideyoshi slapped his hands over his eyes. How brutal. If her face was going to be crushed anyway, then if only all of it had been crushed, he might have been able to temporarily distract George from his pain by making the pathetic suggestion that it was someone else wearing Shannon's clothes. But half of her face had been left untouched. It caused the body so much humiliation, while still proving beyond doubt that the body was Shannon and no one else. I wonder if, just random thought, if there's like any... I mean, does it mean anything that Kraus and Shannon are the only one that have half of their faces ripped off, basically? Mauled, smashed, and the rest of them have like full faces destroyed. I wonder if it means something or it's just random. How inhuman, how brutish. And there, trying his best to burn the image of the remaining half of Shannon's expression into his eyes as she lay at Hideyoshi's feet, was Kanon. Kanon was not crying. Tears had risen to his eyes, but they did not drip down. But that didn't mean he wasn't feeling as much sadness as everyone else. Losing Shannon, who had lived with him in the same orphanage, whom he loved as a sister, must have been just the same as losing a blood relative.
ジョージ、シャノンちゃんはきっとありがとう言ってるぞ。
God damn it.
お前に恥ずかしいところを見られとうなかったんや。きっとお前が耐えてくれたこと感謝しとるで。
分かってる。分かってるよ、父さん。
Oh my god, George. George leaned against the outside wall of the storehouse, crouching down limply.
父さん、頼みがあるんだ。
なんや。
Ring?
僕の代わりに見てほしいんだ。シャノンは指輪をつけてるかな？
Oh, yeah, because he didn't. Oh my god. Right. She didn't wear it when they were like alone. Her answer to him was supposed to be wearing the ring or not. I wonder if she had time to wear it. I believe she would wear it, but did she have time?
指輪？ちょいと見てみる。
There's Shannon. There's George. Unable to see her face because of his father. Hideyoshi crouched down. As he did, Kanon silently pointed to one of Shannon's hands.
Oh. 物ダイヤとちゃう。
What are you doing with me, game? Okay. I have to admit, that Sound of Drop didn't had such emotional depth or situation or whatever I can think.
なかなかの値打ちもんや。
それはどっちの手の
Which hand and which finger?
どの指にあるのかな。
Yeah.
と左手の薬指や。そっか。シャノンちゃん、婚約しとったんか。
Yeah, she wanted to be. Yeah, he did. He did.
エヴァ、今はそんなん関係ないで。
Yeah.
シャノンちゃんは男に将来を約束されとったんや。一生を幸せにしちゃると男に言わせたんや。それが誰かは問題とちゃうで。男にそこまで言わしめて、女の本懐やないか。いつこの指輪をもらったんかは知らん。誰が渡したかも知らん。だが、それでもシャノンちゃんは指輪をもらえたんや。そしてそれを受け入れ、左の薬指に通したんや。指輪を送った男もきっと喜んだんとちゃうか。
Yes. The most of people there, Hideyoshi. One second. The most of people there, Hideyoshi was simply disturbed by this extraordinary situation and was blurting out nonsense. However, someone who knew of George and Shannon's true relationship would understand the full meaning of those words.
そっか。ありがとう、父さん。
George stood up. Traces of tears still streaked his face, but his expression had turned to its casual calm one.
行こう、バトラー君、ジェシカちゃん。これ以上僕たちがここにいると大人の邪魔になる。
そうだな。
And she lost her father as well. Butler lost both parents. Maria lost her only parent. Jessica sniffed once, showing her face to her mother, who had been holding her the whole time, to let her know she was okay now. When she faced George again, she once again had on her usual expression. Although she couldn't smile,
バトラー、しっかり。
Butler kept on crouching in front of his parents' bodies.
すまねえな。がっつり泣いたら落ち着いたぜ。親父の野郎。普段はクソクソ言ってるくせに、ちょっと死んじまったくらいでピーピー泣くんじゃねえぜって笑ってやがれ。
He's trying his best.
親が死んだら泣くように遺伝子すり込まれちまってたからよ。
I think everyone have this gene, Butler. Butler's face was still bright red from the tears, but he had at least recovered enough to fake a smile, if only a bitter one.
カノン、お前もこれ以上ここにいてはいけません。子供たちを連れてお屋敷に戻っていなさい。
Natsuki had been standing under the rain this whole time, unable to take step into the storehouse. Maybe she had her own way of grieving, different from Butler's. Realizing that she had to take on a role of responsibility now that her husband was dead, she gave Canon those orders. Canon rose silently and turned to face me. His face was pure white, almost as though his own heart had been dyed along with Shannon. God damn it, Canon. Basically, yeah, your sister just died, your closest relative. And the only one. And there was no life in his expression. An ordinary day. If he had been told to guide the children to the beautiful garden, Canon might have led the way. But now, there was no distinction between Canon and the children. They were now just kids, about the same age, suffering the pain of losing those close to them. After making sure that the children were leaving, Natsuki started to give orders to Genji.
すぐに警察に連絡しなさい。台風が通り過ぎるまでは来られないでしょうが、どうすればいいか指示を与えてくれるはずです。
わかりました。防災用の無線機がありますので、それで連絡します。
I wonder if I can imagine right now that Kinzo's reaction would be, oh, so they were chosen, and then he laughs. I just can't imagine this. Because he was prepared to be one of the sacrifices too. When she heard that, Natsuki remembered. That's right. The phones were out today, weren't they? However, they also had a radio, since they couldn't necessarily rely on phones all the time while living on isolated island. At any rate, they should start by contacting the police and receiving their instructions. Everything else could wait.
この場はどうしようもありませんか。
残念ながら私には何もできませんな。
わかりました。エンジ、せめて主人たちの顔を何かで覆ってやることは、このような姿を晒すことは当人にとっても屈辱的でしょうから。
I have chills like all the time. Genji picked up several dried up towels from inside the storehouse, when Eva stopped him with a shrill voice. What do you want, Eva? We are not moving the scene. We're just covering their faces.
私たちは混乱してて現場に土足で踏み入っちゃったけど、それはきっと警察の捜査の邪魔になったわよ。
Natsuki glared at Eva, offended. Objectively speaking, Eva was right. Even so, she glared at Eva as though accusing her of refusing to do those tragic corpses, which had been humiliated even after death. The simple kindness of covering their faces. However, Eva had spoken both calmly and correctly. This horrible situation definitely wasn't an accident. It was a crime. Someone had killed them. It was a murder scene. So they needed to be careful to avoid disturbing the site any further. Also, the murderer might hide among you, if you don't believe in batteries and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, their death is very, very weird one. I wonder what happened. Maybe they had like illusion. They went there. How they died? They had to do what they could to aid the police, preserving clues that might help catch the stable culprit.
私もエヴァさんに賛成ですな。奥様、いかがなさいますか。
そうですね。わかりました。ここを閉ざしなさい。それから念のためここに別の施錠をするように。
Yeah, so the murderer wouldn't like take out the corpses, maybe.
別の施錠？
ええ、ここに来た時、シャッターの鍵は閉じているということは、シャッターの鍵を使い、
Exactly.
犯人が施錠したということです。
確かに通りや。じゃあここを開けた限り犯人の指紋が残ってるんとちゃうんか。
警察に証拠として提出する価値はあるでしょうけど、カノン君が普通に持ってここを開けるのに使用しちゃったわ。
Yeah, he will be main suspect.
多分カノン君の指紋も付着しちゃってるわよ。そしてその鍵はさっき源氏さんに手渡され、源氏さんも素手で受け取ってる。
Yeah.
大した証拠にはなりそうにないわね。
それは不用心でした。申し訳ございません。源氏さん、この倉庫の鍵は他にもあるんか。いいえ、この一つだけです。ということは犯人はその鍵を使用人室から持ち出し、
So there might be clues along the way.
そして律儀に元の場所に戻したちゅうことになるな。
Hideyoshi theory sounded plausible, but was actually very strange if you thought about this. Why Umineko is so hard to cut? I don't know where to end. Okay, when we get out of storage house, then we'll end the episode. Why would they go to all the trouble of returning the key they stole? No, if you think about it even more deeply, there are some points that are even more bizarre. Where a criminal hides a body, they're usually trying to delay the point at which it will be found, so they can use that time to escape. The six weren't necessarily killed here, but it was reasonable to assume that they were killed somewhere on this island, carried to the storehouse, and hidden to delay the discovery of the crime. And yet, the eerie magic circle scribbled on the storehouse shutter had eloquently indicated the location of the hidden corpses. Sure, it didn't explicitly mention the corpses, but the 6 people had gone missing. In that situation, someone had made such an obvious piece of graffiti and even returned the key to the shutter. Almost as though they wanted the corpse here to be discovered.
とにかく一度は犯人が開け閉めをした施錠だけでは信用できません。犯人の手からもこの場所を保護する意味で施錠を新たにしたいと言っているのです。
いい案だと思います。私も賛成です。
Genji finished around inside the storehouse and unsealed a brand new padlock that had been installed inside a small box.
鍵はどうなさいますか。
私が持ちましょう。責任を持って警察に手渡します。
Natsuhi took the key to the padlock from Genji's hand. After that, all exited and lowered the shutter. And so, the corpses were once again sealed behind the shutter, which was still covered with that creepy magic circle. Genji crouched down in front of the shutter to fasten the new padlock. Shutters often have a place in front where you can attach your own lock, in addition to the main lock of the shutter. This one of those types. In the midst of the roar of thunder and pouring the rain, the storehouse stood there, ominously. With its closed shutter still covered in a blood-like creepy substance, it swallowed up the bodies of the six. To Natsuhi, putting the new lock on wasn't mainly to preserve the scene for the police. She had felt like she wanted to shut that mouth for all eternity. To prevent that eerie beast from swallowing up any more victims.
さあ行きましょう皆さん。南條先生、ご足労をありがとうございました。源氏は急いで警察に連絡を。
戻りましたらすぐに連絡します。
The adults left the storehouse. The ghastly magic circle drawn on the shutter kept the six bodies in its throat, looming eerily as the lightning occasionally lit it up. That was like 10 minutes or 5. I didn't... It doesn't matter. I know, probably next thing we'll have sad or at least loud emotional reactions from Maria, but I will leave that for the next episode. Next episode will be hard, probably too. Also, I wanted to... Those who remain shall tear apart. Yeah, that's what yeah, my thoughts from the last episode was that Genji and Kinzo. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. No, I can think. That was heavy episode. God damn it. Everyone will be revived. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because there are two options. And if you choose any of them, then Beatrice is still alive. And she may kill everyone. This is fucked up. Hooray! For recording 2 visual novels with dramatic scenes like that. Anyway, I don't know, I will just end this episode. And yeah, if you like the Onion Ninjas, then you can leave up a like and leave a comment. Share this episode if you want to help this channel maybe to grow, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I wanted to do like standard, I would say, advertisement of my channel, but I don't think I can, so yeah. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and for now, Pocket Watch is going out.